It is important to know the signs of a student potentially having a communication impairment because this type of impairment can impact a student's education in so many ways. It's not only the student having trouble speaking in class or a physical stutter. It can be that the student has a hard time understanding the lesson. They may feel embarrassed or ashamed that they aren't fully grasping the lesson, so they sit there and suffer in silence. Some of the ways that a student may present as having a communication impairment are stuttering, having difficulties understanding a lesson or task if presented orally, problems communicating with peers and teachers, and other odd speech impediments like leaving out consonants in words. It is also important to see if the student does have an easier time comprehending lessons when presented in writing, because that can present as a student having a communication impairment. So what can we do to help students who have been diagnosed with a communication impairment? If you know that one of your students has a communication impairment, the first thing you should do is make sure that every educator at the school is following the student's individual education plan or IEP if they have one. You must make sure that the student's accommodations are being met and the proper services are being provided so that the student is able to get a proper education. If available, a speech pathologist may be able to help the student with their fine oral motor skills. A speech pathologist is someone who can help a student better communicate with peers and teachers, whether that be through helping the student work through their stutter or improve their language enhancements, or by building their confidence in their communication, abstract thinking, and decision-making skills. Another form of support a student with a communication impairment can receive are assistive technologies such as computer programs and augmented or alternative communication systems. A popular computer program that schools use is called First Words. In this program, students who are developing or reacquiring language functions are taught language via graphic presentations combined with speech. So the student will be presented with a picture on the screen, but also be able to read what the person is saying. So if it is a picture of a cat, they will see the word cat on the bottom of the screen, but also be able to hear it. And the final form of assistive technology is called augmented or alternative communication, or AAC. In AAC, students are taught ways to enhance their communication process through the use of symbols, aids, strategies, and techniques. The great thing about AAC is that it can be done through the use of sign language or manual and electronic communication boards. This gives the students the opportunity to pick whichever one they are more comfortable with using. The most common form of AAC that students use are manual communication boards. Communication impairments are one of the most prevalent disabilities in schools. We, as future school counselors, need to know how to best help our students with a communication impairment and provide them with whatever services or accommodations they need. We are here to help guide them through their education and help them achieve success. But we cannot do this if we are placing them inside of a box simply because they have a disability. We need to get to know our students on a personal level and see what works best for them in an educational setting. Thank you.